Good morning everyone. Our next topic is RC triggering circuit. In the last class we discussed R triggering circuit, that is resistance triggering circuit. The firing angle was between 0 to 90 degree. And here in case of RC firing circuit, we will get a firing angle in the range 0 to 180 degree. In this circuit, you can see a resistor in series with a capacitor that is kept in parallel with the thyristor. In the negative half cycle, as in the negative half cycle, when this becomes positive, the capacitor charges through the diode D2. It reaches with positive and this negative, it reaches V max in the negative direction, minus V max, it charges, and as the voltage across the thyristor, voltage across the capacitor decreases. Good morning all. The topic today we are going to discuss is RC triggering circuit. In case of R triggering circuit, the firing angle that can be varied between 0 to 90 degree only. Here, in case of RC triggering circuit, the firing angle can be varied from 0 to 180 degree. That is the advantage of RC circuit over R circuit, R triggering circuit. As you can see, there is a resistor and a capacitor in series which is kept across the thyristor. There are two diodes D1 and D2 as shown in figure. In the negative half cycle, the capacitor charges through the diode D2, and in the positive half cycle, it discharges through the resistor. We can explain using the waveforms here. During the negative half cycle, you can see this is the negative half cycle of the input voltage. This is the positive half cycle, like that. You can see the dotted line shows the capacitor voltage, and here this is the output voltage that is across the load. You can see the load here, and here this is the thyristor voltage. Thyristor voltage means voltage Vt across the thyristor. Now, as you can see, during the negative half cycle means this is positive with respect to this. So, during the negative half cycle, this capacitor charges through the diode T2. So, it is charged to positive, the lower plate positive. It charges up to negative Vmax, and then as the voltage across the input decreases, the voltage across the capacitor decreases, but it does not reach 0. It reaches a voltage OA, and as the input reverses, the capacitor discharges through the resistor. The capacitor discharges through the resistor, and the capacitor voltage reverses, it becomes positive. When it reaches the voltage VGT, that is the minimum voltage required for triggering, the thyristor turns on. When the thyristor turns on, the voltage across the output, the load is shown here. The input, the portion of the input after the thyristor triggering comes across the load. So, since this is greater than 90 degree, a small portion of the load comes, of the input voltage comes across the load. During the negative half cycle, there is no voltage across the load because the thyristor is again off. And again, during the negative half cycle, the capacitor charges to minus negative Vm, and it reaches again OA. It discharges when the input voltage reverses. It discharges to VGT at this instant. At that instant, the thyristor gets on. The output voltage becomes equal to the input voltage. So, this small portion of the input voltage comes across the load as the alpha is greater than 90 degree. It is between 90 and 180 degree as shown in here. This is the voltage across the thyristor. The thyristor voltage is equal to the input voltage until it is turned on. And during the negative half cycle, the thyristor voltage is equal to the input voltage, and until the next turn on of the thyristor, the input voltage comes across the thyristor. Now during this interval, the input voltage goes to the load. So this small portion of the input voltage goes to the load. Now consider this case, a similar one. A bit more voltage comes across the load, that is, here also the value of alpha is greater than 90 degree. Now coming to the value of resistance and capacitance, RC should be greater than 0.65 T, or it can be written as 4 by omega, where the angular frequency of the AC means is omega t is equal to 2 pi by T. Or RC should be greater than 1.3 T by 2, which is equal to 4 by omega. The value of R is chosen such that the required IGT and VGT are supplied to the gate terminal. So R should be less than Vs minus VGT minus Vd divided by IGT, where Vs is the source voltage, VGT is the minimum voltage required for triggering, Vd is the diode drop, divided by IGT is the gate current required for triggering. So using these values, the value of R can be designed, where V is the voltage at the switching instant of thyristor and Vd is the forward voltage drop across the diode D1. Thank you.